and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league.
Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson got a man. It's Brown. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
Ready. 15 on it. 15 on it. No chance.
Jackson from the shotgun. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Third and 3.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down.
I got you.
Jackson now. Man open, Rice. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Jackson. That'll be caught by Rice, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Buying time to his left. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
It's our time. It's our time.
They'll run on first down. It's Rice. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And it's caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mayfield down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Mayfield on first down. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down now. It's Brown, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. To throw is Jackson. Hauling it in, Nelson. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ballgame. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Jackson now. Only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Rice. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now this throw caught left side, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. This is Brown on the carry. Earl Thomas in on the stop. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They run the counter. It's Brown. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
From the 36, Mayfield. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
On 2nd down, it's Brown. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Point it right.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick on Rossor. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Now Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Pass from Jackson, complete to Ingram. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 1st down, Ingram trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mack Wilson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A 27-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the 4th quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. They needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd down now. It's Brown, and he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They've bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rice, and he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Jackson forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Nice 7. 48. We don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Rip left.
Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now a give, right side. Rice. He's got the first down here inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. On second down, it's Rice, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like